Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Spinnerack. Today, we're going to be discussing the crazy news that I'm hearing that Rob Liefeld, he wants to campaign in New York Comic Con. He wants to campaign for Zack Snyder's director's cut of Justice League. I don't know what to take that for. I'm hoping that this is incorrect, that this is not correct, and that people are just making this up, because we know there's a die-hard section of the fans who want to see Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. But hold on, wait a minute. Why is it that it was pulled? Why was the movie taken over by someone else? Why was Zack Snyder's director's cut missed? Let's examine that. Okay, number one. Zack Snyder, did he? Let's get his people their point. One, they said that he made billions of dollars for DC with his Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and that he laid a whole foundation for the whole DCEU that would have been different but was profitable. Now, let's go back to why he was kicked off. The reason he was kicked off was that the amount of fan reaction to some of his changes were hugely negative. People were not coming out again to see some of these movies. Marvel movies, people will see them again and again. They'll watch them again on TV. They wanted to buy the licensing and stuff like that. But the movies that Zack Snyder did, they underperformed relative to what DC thought they would go. Now, I'm not saying they didn't. Some of them didn't make money. Some of them made a lot of money, but nowhere near what they expected to make. Okay? You had Batman v Superman, a perfect opportunity to have two of the most classic characters out there, huge revenue potential, and yet you had them in this weird, dark universe where things were just, the look, the visuals. Listen, when I first saw the movie, I tried to give it as much positive remarks, but after watching it again, I had to say, whoa, what the hell was going on here? There were a lot of great elements, but this series was just too dark. And this can even go back to Man of Steel. This is the way that he approached it, where the Man of Steel was not the Superman that people were accustomed to, not the ray of hope, but someone who was not sure, where there's even bits of darkness that you could see in him. And you can also see the destruction that he wrought. And the fact that he was even doubting whether he should even become a superhero because of his father. There were just too many negative elements going on there. And, from the costumes of the Justice League members, it just didn't seem to work. So I think DC made the right move. It pulled the plug, and you could see the successes of a lighter touch, a more fan-friendly touch, which you have with Wonder Woman, and then after that, Aquaman. Shazam should have done a lot better than what it did. I think Shazam was just overlooked, and it was just in a crowded market. But come on. This is the better approach. And anybody who could think that Zack Snyder's idea are just fooling themselves. Is there somebody? Look, there's somebody for everybody. And definitely Zack Snyder's approach, there's definitely a hardcore audience that's interested in seeing that. But at the budget that they do for these movies, 200 million plus, is just not economic reality if you want to invest that much money to get the proper return. So yeah, it makes perfect sense why DC pulled them out. And I think a lot of fans who watched the Wonder Woman movie and watched the Aquaman movie have felt better for it. If it was as dark as it would have been in the Batman vein, or as negative as in the Man of Steel, then you would have said something different. But look, hey, that's our opinion. If you like, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a comment. And hey, I'd like to see you out there. Spinnerack out.